What's up, guys? It's me, Better. So I want to give extra thoughts to the first episode of season 2 of Mischief, Mikey. So today I have discovered something about that episode. Kathy actually committed a crime. Yes, she faked herself getting killed, or that she was going to get killed, but instead of getting arrested, because that's what happens when you actually do stuff like this, she got away with it. And what's more anger inducing, the episode treated her like she's the protagonist, like we're supposed to like her. Except here's the thing, if you're gonna make your protagonist do crimes, you have to make them be a protagonist, like in the beginning of the film or episode. He's he's doing awful things, and then meanwhile, while the film or episode keeps going, he slowly starts to become better, and then at the end of the movie he becomes a better person and stops doing crimes. Except here, that's not what's going on. Even after Kathy faked herself getting killed, and only for this prank, it wasn't her just having some troubles, and the episode was focusing on her trying to change. The prank was the plot. Her doing this prank was literally the plot. But surprisingly, in the episode, Mikey was either the antagonist, or he was treated like he was the antagonist, like he's supposed to be the character that's meant to be either bad or maybe we're not supposed to like. Except here's the thing, doorman. Protagonists and antagonists both have morality. Let me explain. The reason why an antagonist gets away with most of his crimes, because the protagonist is trying to stay good. He's trying to remain the good guy. He doesn't do similar stuff to what the antagonist do, because the antagonist is trying to destroy the protagonist, and the protagonist is just trying to survive. So, Darman, you can't make a protagonist do bad stuff, get away with it, and still gets treated like we're supposed to love them. All right? Everything that I've seen Kathy do in all the Jay and Mikey videos I reviewed, Kathy hasn't been likable. She wasn't acting like a proper protagonist. And here is all the examples. Number one, in episode 1 of season 1 of Mischief Mikey, she lets her son commit a crime and lets her son go to jail and get beaten up by some random guy. Does that sound like someone we want to like? And secondly, she lets her child do whatever the fuck he wants to do for 24 hours, and then when he and his friends end up doing something bad, it's treated like their fault, and none of the parents have to take responsibility, and only the kids have to take responsibility. Does that sound like a parent you want to like? And thirdly, Kathy faked her son's operation. She pretended that her son was going to get an operation because and made it look like she thought that he had an allergic reaction. And then when she used a syringe only to prank Mikey, and then when Mikey screams and cries, because he was scared. And and although it's actually dangerous because the drug it has on could probably infect the child, or even if it's empty, it can make the child bleed. And although it was fake, Kathy laughs. She laughs at her son crying. And fourthly, she lets her son lie, although she knows her son is actually lying. She lets him be absent for 3 days, and then lies to her son that he's going to meet Doorman, and then in the end she reveals that she know what her son was doing, but instead of scolding him for lying, or maybe just telling her son, I knew you were lying all along, except of doing the doorman thing, she decided to do it. Does that sound like a parent? Does that sound like a good parent to you? And fifthly, she fakes herself going to jail, which if you actually do, you can get arrested for either 1 or 5 years. But surprisingly, she gets away with it scot-free because Darman still displays her like she's the likable protagonist. Does that sound like a Does that sound like someone you wanna like? And sixthly, or six, she lets her son get out of jail. Yes, but she let him stay at home and house arrested him instead of, I don't know, maybe taking advantage of the 30 days and maybe just trying to talk to her son about why it was wrong that he made a bomb threat. She just gives him a silly catchphrase that he has to remember so he can stay well behaved. And then when her son tries to blowtorch his ankle monitor, she gives him the same phrase instead of scolding him, or actually, yeah, okay, fine, she did scold him, but she didn't even try to talk to him, or maybe at least give him, like, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes of, and just explain to her son why it's wrong to do these things. And then, when she talks to her son at the jail, Darman calls her, but instead of being a responsible mother and just, like, I don't know, maybe talk to her son, then go back and talk to Doorman? No, she decides that talking to Doorman is more important than her child. Does that sound like a role model to you? And seventh, she faked herself getting killed. But once again, Darman is still treating her like she's the protagonist. All the crap that Kathy pulled over the years, she got away with it, and she was viewed like she was displayed, no matter what she did, like she's the protagonist, like we're still supposed to like her. And even after she does those things, she doesn't show any remorse, no guilt for doing it. She's okay that she did it. Hell, she's maybe even proud of herself for doing it. No parent would fake an operation on their son. No parent would let their child commit a crime and let them go to jail and let them get beaten up by someone. No parent would fake themselves getting killed only for a prank to teach their son a lesson. No parent would do anything that Kathy did to their child. The only parent that Mikey has that actually is a proper parent who scolds him normally, disciplines him normally, and doesn't do any of the crap that Kathy does is his father. But unfortunately, since oh no, I guess Darman liked a mother who abuses her child and lets him do shit. He decided that Mikey's dad has to go and Kathy should take the spotlight. But I think it should have been the opposite. Kathy gets to go and Mikey's dad gets the spotlight. Because he's a more likable parent, because he's more normal and realistic, and his discipline and scolding is more believable and reminiscent to a normal parent. Alright, Darman. If you want me to like Kathy, then let Kathy be a normal parent. Let her discipline her child normally, like every parent in the world. Let her scold her child normally without pulling these random setups that no parent would actually do. Just let her be a normal parent. You don't need to let her do these setups only to teach her son a lesson. Just let her be a freaking normal parent. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do for me to like Kathy. That's all you need to do to make kids see her as a role model. The setups that she does in the video are actually bad examples for young people because maybe some time in the future a child or an adult will copy what Kathy does because he or she thinks that this is a normal punishment and a good punishment for their children. Except no, it's not a good punishment. It's not good for their children. It will only ruin them. Now look, Darman, I have noticed that you didn't make any Jay and Mikey videos recently. If you then have some thoughts about bringing them back, then just one thing. Let Kathy be a freaking normal parent, and there's a chance that I'll never complain about your Jay and Mikey videos because at least Kathy would have redeemed herself.